They were 2 very long, extremely arduous days. But at last, some common ground on Syria was forged. At the conclusion of this latest round of talks, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was happy to list the points of mutual understanding reached in Vienna.
Syria's unity, independence, territorial integrity, and secular character are fundamental. We agreed that Syria's state institutions will remain intact. We agreed that the rights of all Syrians, regardless of ethnicity or religious denomination, must be protected.
Diplomats had hoped the presence of Iran might finally lead to a breakthrough. And while the sense of guarded optimism may have bolstered these efforts at diplomacy, it yielded no results to end the bloodshed on the battlefield. On Friday in Syria, dozens more were killed in a missile attack on a crowded marketplace in Douma. And in Aleppo province, 25 locations were hit by Russian and Syrian regime airstrikes, claiming at least 80 more lives. Just one more reason the opposition activists who'd gathered outside the site of the negotiations were so angry. Chanting against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad while expressing how distrustful they were of these efforts to end the war in their homeland.
We rejected because we know they will not work for the Syrian benefit. Otherwise, they have the chance for 5 years. Can you imagine 5 long years with all this blood, with all this martyr? So how we will expect any good from them?
For its part, Russia, heavily criticized for its involvement in Syria, went to great pains to suggest it was heeding the concerns of the international community.
Russia is committed to fighting terrorism on the basis of international law. Whether we're talking about military interventions from the air or on the ground, both need to be conducted with the agreement of the government or the UN Security Council.
With this renewed sense of urgency over Syria, everyone now wonders what will come next. With diplomatic talks scheduled to continue in 2 weeks' time here in Vienna, it's still unclear if members of the Syrian opposition or members of the Syrian regime will be invited to join in. And while numerous points of mutual understanding were indeed reached here in Vienna, the only thing that's for certain when it comes to Syria's civil war is that no matter who participates, the talks will be difficult. Mohammed Jamjoom, Al Jazeera, Vienna.